There's a new way to screen for over 50 types of cancer with a single blood test, and it could be a game changer. But for many people, just hearing the word needle is enough to hit pause. Reporting from the Wrangell St. Elias National Park, I'm Doreen Lorenz. Dr. Sally, what if you want to take the test, but the thought of a blood draw makes you really anxious?
Wow, I'm so glad I'm here in Hawaii and not where you are. So I can have a warm talk about fear with you. Um, this is a fear that's a real fear. It's not the big fear. The big fear is this fear of cancer, which is justifiable and understandable. This is a small fear, but it can be a very limiting fear. The fear of needles. I used to have this fear, and it was extremely limiting to me. So I understand you are not alone. Needle anxiety affects up to 29% of adults. For some of us, it's strong enough to prevent us from getting even routine blood work, let alone something important like a cancer screening. Let's think of it this way. It is natural for millennia of our development as a species to be afraid of small, sharp, pointy things. Think about mosquitoes. Um, Naturally, historically, whenever something small and sharp went through your skin, it was delivering a bad thing. Mosquito toxins. They itch, they burn, they hurt, they carry disease. We've learned as a species to recoil from small, sharp things because in the past they were delivering something into your system that was actually dangerous. So it's important to honor that nervous system response as a natural response. The problem is that fear based, safety based part of our brain has not caught up with modern technology and modern reality. And it's not distinguishing the difference between a mosquito and a needle taking a little bit of blood. We're talking a teaspoon or two of blood from you. You have, picture a 2-liter soda bottle of blood. You have more blood than that. So this tiny amount that's coming out is not enough to hurt you at all. But telling your nervous system that requires some coaching and some updating your data. So it's not a mosquito 1,000 years ago giving you malaria. It is a needle taking a few teaspoons of blood out to do something that could save your life. Literally, not metaphorically, not theoretically, literally save your life. So it's worth working through those emotions and allowing yourself a few seconds of anxiety and discomfort for that long-term peace of mind that's going to come from these results. So you're not actually signing up for pain. You're signing up for a proactive step towards staying here longer for yourself and the people that you love.
So, for listeners who feel paralyzed by this fear, what's the right way to think about it? Is there a better way to approach this situation?
And absolutely. It starts with just giving yourself permission to feel a little anxious and still move forward. It is not letting anxiety stop you from doing something that's important to you. So here's the biggest myth that I want to bust today, that fear is a stop sign. Fear is not a stop sign. Fear is a yellow light. It says, slow down, take a breath, evaluate the situation, but don't give up. There are also proven strategies that help with needle phobia. First, tell your provider. A trained phlebotomist, that's someone who's specially trained to do blood draws. Someone who's trained well can make all the difference in the world, but they need to know that you're nervous. Many will let you lie down and rest. They'll use a numbing agent on your skin if you ask them, so you don't feel anything at all. They use smaller needles. There's baby needles they can use. I always have the person gently ask permission of the blood vessel itself, which sounds silly, but if you calm down and actually focus on your blood vessel and just tell it, I would like to have two teaspoons of blood taken out of you for our highest good. Most people just their blood vessel says fine to them internally, and it's an effortless procedure. And finally, it's important to reframe what's happening. You're not being poked by something outside of your control. You are taking leadership of your health. You are in charge. You have hired this person to do a task for you. You're investing 5 simple seconds of courage into years of clarity. There's common, but regret for not getting this test when you needed it, that would be a lot harder to live with.
That really puts things into perspective. So, Dr. Sally, how do you recommend we move forward if fear has been holding us back?
Well, if fear of needles has kept you from scheduling a test like this, I just want you to try something simple. Just send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook with the word brave. I can reply by sending you a calming script and a step by step prep guide so you can use that before your appointment to be ready. Or you can visit dr-sally.com for a free download with my top tips for just overcoming medical anxiety in general. You don't have to do this alone, and you don't have to stay stuck. This is the moment you can choose clarity over fear.
A tiny needle, a few drops of blood, and a choice that could change everything. I'm Doreen Lorenz, and I'll be here asking the questions that matter. Until then, take care of yourself and take the lead in your health.